Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to this edition of Bingo Bonanza, live from the double wide of everyone's favorite beauty professional, Hummel figurine collector, and bingo caller, Miss Richfield, 1981.
I'd like to tell a story of the prettiest of girls. It's me from Minnesota, in my heels and in my curls. Although my roots were modest, I was destined for the stage. My parents knew they had a star when at an early age. I did not say the word mama, I chose a different line. At just the tender age of 2, I screamed, "Oh, 69!" Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, welcome to Bingo Bonanza! I'm your hostess, Miss Richfield, 1981, and I invite you to stay right where you are and let me bring bingo to you. Oh, it's gonna be a bonanza because we've got a live studio audience and prizes and the Richfield winner spinner and fun, and it's all because bingo makes it better. It really does! Bingo makes it better, it makes everything okay. From facial sores to civil wars, black plague to tooth decay. Bingo makes it better, it can heal the world today. For help with all our problems, don't you grab your balls and play. Now it's your turn, join with me. Bingo makes it better, it makes everything okay. From facial sores to civil wars, black plague to tooth decay. Bingo makes it better, it can heal the world today. For help with all our problems, don't you grab your balls and play. Grab your balls and play, now you. Grab your balls and play. Grab your balls and play. I can hear you. Grab your balls and play. Grab your balls and play, hey! Welcome, welcome, welcome! Look at it, big band bingo! And I got my big guy right here, my musical guy, all ready for some treats and for some bingo. We're gonna have a great time. He's been an extra special good boy today. Here, we'll go this way instead of going behind me. Go in front of me. There we go, right there. Anyway, and it's big band bingo. Bingo 84. Can you believe that? 84 times. We've all gotten together, my team, my fantastic team, Joe in Minneapolis and Chris in Fort Lauderdale and Matt in Fort Lauderdale. Actually, Chris in Wilton Manors. Matt in Fort Lauderdale and Bob down in Florida too. Everybody's down there and up here and everywhere. And anyway, I'm Miss Richfield. Do bring you happy Heidi-O from the friendly citizens and responsible merchants in Richfield, my hometown right here in Minnesota, where butter is a spice and gravy is a beverage. And the temperatures are getting chilly, let me tell you. So it's a good time to get out and march around. I got my band uniform on. Isn't it fantastic? Ready to march, march, march. And all ready for an exciting bingo. And we have so many wonderful people with us. I'm so excited to bring on my beautiful guests. And they come from all over the country. We have folks from Florida and New York, and even from Massachusetts. There they are. Hi, everyone. Hello. Oh, and Lewis came back. He's right. I should show you. Lewis is right here. There he is. He's right here. There's Lewis. Anyway, so he didn't leave. He did come back. So I want to say hi. Hi, Robert. How are you? And Robert and I have known each other because Robert is a wonderful, we picked people who have something to do with music and something to do with the arts. And yes, exactly, a big heart. Yeah, I know everything's backwards on this.
Hi, Miss Richfield.
But Robert is also somebody who writes music. And so we're going to actually get to hear one of his original compositions on the show tonight, which we've heard before, but it bears repeating. I've actually used it one time, Robert, because I know he let me use the music when we did a dance. It was a really fun dance. So maybe we'll do that tonight when we play your song. But you're coming to us from Fort Lauderdale, too.
Right on the ocean at A1A, looking at the Atlantic.
How is the weather down there right now? Is it
absolutely
beautiful?
Cool, low humidity, one of the best things. I believe in global warming, but I'm glad it's cool right now.
Yeah, exactly. So it's not all bad. It's never all bad news, not usually. So, and then Daniel's sitting right next to Robert there. And Daniel and I have known each other for a long time too. In fact, I think Daniel, I'm trying to remember when you guys first came to P-Town with that fabulous group that you were a member of, Well Strung. It's a group of 4 guys. And when did you guys start in P-Town? Do you remember?
2012. So we're coming up on our 10-year anniversary.
Wow, I feel like I should buy you something, and I probably won't. But just know that I thought of buying something. It's pretty good. You know what I'm saying? Because I don't usually think of buying other people things. So congratulations. That's really exciting. And I know your group has taken some time off, partly just because you had to take some time off, like we all did. But I'm excited that you've got some news to tell us about touring, and we're going to hear about that tonight too. You come to us from, of course, that capital of fabulous live entertainment, New York, New York. It doesn't get any better than that. I was just at the Triad a couple weeks ago. And of course, you just can't, I just love my trips to New York. I wish I could do them more often. And where do you live? Right in the city? Or are you outside the city?
I actually live in Astoria in Queens.
Oh, so Astoria is so beautiful. If folks don't know what Astoria is, it's almost like an old New York. It's this has cute neighborhoods. It's a beautiful little area of Queens. Is really great. So anyway, we'll be talking to you too. Veronica, hello, also known as Ronnie. And she has something that might be giving us, Lewis, a little run for his money, because she's got a beautiful kitty there who I keep seeing, as we were chatting before the show, sort of making its way. Is it super friendly like our friend Lewis?
Absolutely. I have 2 of them. The other one's grabbing at me from below. And they're very friendly. They're very friendly. They think everybody should love them.
And you're coming from West Palm, so we got a lot of Florida folks, or at least a couple of you from Florida. That's fantastic, West Palm. What a beautiful area. And I know you have experience in handbell choirs. And handbell choirs are amazing. If anyone's not familiar with those, I was actually familiar with them in a church setting, but I know that there's handbell choirs that are just community-based. Is yours a church, faith-based one, or is it a community?
No, mine is, I work in the school district, and it's a public school, and it's one of the many things that we offer as an elective.
Really? So it's students?
Yes, they're all middle school students.
God, that's such an unusual thing for students to have the opportunity to do in this day and age. That's not, it's, I see the little kitty walking by. So anyway, we'll talk more about that. And Beth and Debbie, hello from Massachusetts. Yay! My home sweet home. Daniel too. Daniel's well-versed with that. Spent summers in P-Town. And are you coming to us from, I know you have a place in Truro. Is that where you are now?
No, we're in Watertown now.
Now, where's Watertown? Where's that?
It's about 6 miles west of Boston.
Oh, okay. Oh, so it's really close to the city.
Yes.
Very close.
Oh, that crazy city. That has got to be the craziest place if you're ever in a car in Boston. It is so nutty there. It's like, because everything's so close together. It's kind of like Philadelphia is that way too. Everything's super, because they're old cities. But if you ever get a chance to visit a city, Boston is an important city because it has the Freedom Trail. It has all these really cool things. And you both are teachers really close by there, right? I think the Berklee School of Music.
That's where I work. Yes. And
do you teach there, or what do you do at Berklee?
I oversee Berklee Online, which is the largest online music college in the world.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow. Music, online music. Fabulous. Yes. And then what do you do, Beth?
I'm the bursar at Harvard. So billing tuition and servicing student loans and financial aid.
Right. That was in the news recently, I think. The whole thing about Harvard admissions. But I'm glad to see you're a free woman. Glad you didn't get caught up in that mess. No. Anyway, oh my word, right? Wasn't that crazy? Wasn't that nutty? Yes. But it's such a great institution, both of those. And you can't, in Boston, you can't swing a hat box without hitting a college, because there's colleges all over, and it makes for a very good looking crowd running around. The men's and the ladies are it's all a bunch of fun. And there's nothing more vibrant, is there, than students? It's so fantastic. So thank you so much. And they are regulars in P-Town, so we're going to have a little P-Town revisit. But before we do that, let me talk to Chris really quickly, because Chris is here, coming to us from Wilton Manors, of course, where he is a representative in the government there. He's one of the city. There he is. You look so. I guess that's what you look like when you're city government in Florida.
That's what it is. It's very
casual. And what does this say? Science is real. Oh, Black Lives Matter. Okay, no human is illegal. Love is. I can't read that. Love is love. Women's
rights are human rights, and kindness is everything.
Wow. Where do I get one of those T-shirts?
On Amazon, actually. I got it.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, good. Well, you have to send me the link, because that looks like a T-shirt I should have in a lady's size, of course.
Which is probably just much smaller than this, actually. And you look amazing, by the way, in red. You just look so beautiful.
Well, I'm feeling so beautiful tonight. And those that watched me last week, I should just fess up and say I was green. I don't know if I did wear makeup.
I think green is an understatement.
Oh my gosh.
Understatement.
Oh, I was so sick last week. I had gotten food poisoning. I think it was food poisoning. It was only a 24-hour thing, but oh man, I was just at the beginning stages of it. So I was sitting with the wastebasket right next to me, and Joe, our great technician that makes us look like a television show every week, who's, by the way, on the road working and doing this, which is so wonderful. Chris, you've done that too, where you've been working and tuning in anyway. We have such a dedicated group. But he was ready with some videos. So he said, if you have to go, just say I have to go and I'll play a video. And then when you're done, you can come back. Yes. Fortunately, that didn't happen until after bingo.
We did. It's changed because we had a bet on it. What minute it was going to happen or between what game. I lost the bet. I was counting on you to go sooner, but I'm happy you made it through the show.
There were a couple times toward the end I thought, ooh, where you feel like, oh, this could be it. And then no, it's fine. So, but what really helped is last week we had a lot of musicians and all of that last week. It was wonderful. We had Ezra Tuolo, who was a Minnesota Viking professional football player, came out as gay, one of the first people to do that. And he sang a song, and it just made my guests always make it so much easier for me. It's really, I don't really do that much. I mean, I call the games, and that's about it. The guests are everything. And
Lewis kind of watches over that, and Lewis sometimes he takes the show. So
Lewis, speaking of that, you just say Lewis, and he shows up.
he's like, it's hot dog time.
It's where did you see him? Did you see what he looks?
He heard hot dogs because he's tired of the green treats you're giving him. He told me.
I know we're still on greenies for the moment. Now next week, because Thanksgiving comes, I can't believe Thanksgiving is already. Next week is overstuffed bingo, and so next week I committed to having hot dogs for him.
And he needs the 7-Eleven quarter-pound big bites. That's really what he needs. He's had too much time off.
He said, because we've changed from weenies to greenies. And so I do have a little bit of treats for him. And I'm not keeping them under the computer where I usually keep him. So I'm going to give him a couple right now. There you go, buddy.
And while you're doing that, it's a good time for me to tell everybody, if you're watching on Facebook, you're absolutely welcome to come over to playbingobonanza.com. When you're there, you can still chat right while you're there. Plus, you can play at the same time. We've got 3 games of bingo. You'll have 3 cards. Play every card every game. That gives you 9 chances to win. But the only way you win is if you are the first person of each game to hit bingo. And when you hit bingo, it'll tell you if you've got it. And then you sort of have to wait to see if you're the first one. Good luck. I hope you are. But that's not the only way that you can win.
Well, how else can people win?
Well, they can also win by inviting other people. We love making new friends this time of year, all times of year. So you can just hit that share button. It's great to make new friends. We can never have enough.
And it's a great time to share because it's Thanksgiving. What are we thankful for? Bingo.
That's right.
And that's how you can share.
And each other.
And each other. Right.
Fabulous in red. And so you just hit that share button. You have between now and the second game, because right after the second game, we'll announce the winner. If you are the lucky winner of one of the bingo games or the share winner, you're going to win a $10 gift certificate to Miss Richfield's Redbubble store, which can pretty much get anything that could be on your Christmas list or Hanukkah list for anybody you know. It's the only store you need. At least that's my opinion. I may be a little biased, but that is definitely where I'll do all my Christmas shopping, because you can get all those cool things on every different design. It is definitely where you just do one-stop shopping. So maybe you should just win all games of bingo and the share and just get it all done at once.
It is it's so nice. Joe, again, the guy that does all of our switching, makes us look so beautiful. You never see him online. You could. He is
beautiful, by the way. He's beautiful unto himself.
I know. He's very handsome, but he doesn't like to be on camera. Yeah. But he's the one that did all the designs. And so if you see a design that you like Welcome to Providence Town or anything like that, they can go on T-shirts or mugs or water bottles, or, you know what I mean? Or like these, you can design these. It's all sorts of stuff. So it's really fun. It's a fun place to shop. So hopefully people will get online, right?
And hopefully if they have a good time, by the way, we'd love if you could show some support just for Joe being beautiful and all the work Joe does. You can send a little something along. You can hit the dollar amount along your card, or you can see he puts these fancy messages up. So we can show our appreciation for Joe today by Venmoing at Richfield Tips. You can PayPal me Richfield Tips. Any way you send it, we'll absolutely receive it with appreciation. Thanks for being here and playing with us each week.
And Lewis just threw up.
Great. Well,
yeah, right.
That's pretty great. Joe, that was where we're supposed to cut to the video. We're going to not look at that.
But the good news is he's eating it. So, so hopefully.
If it was hot dogs or greenies, I'd do the same thing to you. I would definitely be vomiting.
Right. Exactly. Anyway, so hopefully he'll eat that. Otherwise, I'm going to have to cut and clean it up. But we'll just hold off because I think he usually, it's pretty fresh. It's pretty fresh. You just ate it. Right. It hasn't had time to spoil. So, and it's a warm meal, so you can't beat that. Now, the deal is that our friend Naomi, who plays the harp at A Mighty Fortress Is Our God Lutheran Church in Richfield, my home congregation, and her roommate, Yvonne, are always here to open our games. We have 3 games, so they do it 3 times. Unfortunately, the weather has gotten so bad. We got a little snow, and the weather has gotten so chilly that, that Naomi, she's still getting, she plays with ski gloves on. She actually plays the harp with ski gloves, but she's needing another week to practice. So Yvonne is here. Well, Naomi's here too, just enjoying herself. And but Yvonne had brought her trombone, and the trombone works at any. It doesn't matter what temperature it is out. So I'm gonna. Yeah, there you go. So thank you, Yvonne. So that means we're going to start the show. We're going to start bingo, and it's bingo in any direction. Now, bingo in any direction is so easy. It's what you used to play when you were kids. It's just 5 in a row. Okay, you've got 3 cards. You want to make sure that every single card you mark your free space. And then you've already got one. Isn't that great? Your free space. You've already got 1, and then just any 5 in a row. So, that design just shows you right there. That just shows you, there it is, right there. Just shows you that design, but it can be any 5 in a row, under any letter. It doesn't matter. And I'm going to I got to pull up my bingo. Oh, look at that. It's so magical. Bingo is so magical. Here's Ruth. She's always here to make sure it's fair. We like her here. It reminds us of her and all her good work, and it reminds me to do good work too. So I'm going to roll out the rainbow-colored balls. Look at them come along. Isn't it great? They're coming along. Here they come. We're going to be calling all the letters and all the numbers because it's bingo in any direction. Yes. And the good news is Lewis is eating all of his throw up. So it's going to be a clean slate in front of me here. Hopefully, keep working on it, buddy. So as you can see, he's working on it, though. There he is. He's eating away. Look at him. He's being such a good boy. I mean, he's really a full-service cat. Not every cat would do that. If you have this first number, so he doesn't like his greenies. Okay, listen. He loves those greenies. Even he eats them, even if he throws them up, he eats them again. All right, so here it is. It's G, everybody, G47. That's the first number. If you have the first number, you go, whee! Because if you have the first number, that means you're lucky. You're going to be lucky for the rest of the night. So G47, G47. Exactly, very exciting. There you go, Lewis, keep eating. So, and then now I want to talk, let me start talking to Veronica, because Veronica, oh, look at all the we's. Oh, hey, John Taylor can you believe we've got somebody from Scotland? I mean, you think it's a long ways where you're from, because you're down there in West Palm. Yes. We have somebody from Scotland, and it's like the middle of the night. So anyway, do your cats eat the throw up when they throw up, or did they?
Absolutely. If I just
They
hold
do.
off,
Okay. If you
a
just hold
moment.
off.
Yes.
See, and I thought I was going to get up and clean it up, and then I thought, I mean, it hasn't been that long. If it's been too long, then you have to clean it up. But it hasn't been too long. B5, everybody, B5. And your cats, what are their names? They're so beautiful.
Farrell and Fiona.
Oh, God, they're so pretty. And I think we even have a picture. G52. Joe, put up that picture if we've got it. I think, oh, look how pretty they are. Man, they are beautiful. What kind? Now they have the M on the forehead like
So
Lewis does. So are they part tabby?
No, actually, they're Oriental short hairs, and that is basically a Siamese cat. But that particular, I guess, avenue of or breed has over 400 different patterns to the cats. So they're essentially Siamese.
So they are Siamese.
Yes.
They are absolutely beautiful. Oh, they're so pretty. Very, very pretty.
Thank you.
Yeah, they're very, very pretty. In fact, Lewis was actually looking at the picture a minute ago. B14. He was looking at it because he thought they were very pretty too. Are they ladies? Are they girl cats?
One is a boy and one is a girl. They're brother and sister.
Oh, do they get along?
Absolutely. All the time.
Because
And
that's the best combination for cats is a boy and a girl. They
Yes,
say
absolutely.
2 girls, never 2 girls.
Very true.
That's just generally in life, a lot of times. Well, certainly in office settings. B15. And so that's so exciting. How old are the cats?
So let's see, about a year and a half. They actually came to me. They came from Russia, and
Really?
they came. Yes, absolutely. And when I decided I wanted an Oriental short hair, I couldn't find any here. I kept.
I wouldn't look at Russia for Oriental.
So I didn't intend to. I had no idea that the breeder was from Russia. And then when I purchased them, COVID took place and all of the airports and communication like that was shut down.
Totally.
So
B10. Yes, everything was shut down.
So I got them when they were 7 months old as opposed to 4 months old. And because they have to be 16.
How do they ship them from Russia? Hi, Robert. Robert Santiago. I'm afraid to ask the cost. Did you have to pay in rubles? How'd you pay? In vodka? You probably paid in vodka.
I drank a fair amount of vodka, but
oh, did you go over there?
No. They flew here to Miami and they each came in their own individual crate. And I brought them home and they disappeared under my bed almost instantly. And so
well, they didn't want to be sent back to Russia, probably.
No, I don't think they wanted to get in the crate ever again.
B6. Yeah, they weren't going back in that crate. Thank you very much.
No, they weren't going to do it. But now we have a Frenchie as well. So the 3 of them are always together. They play, sleep.
John wants to know if John from Scotland wants to know if they flew a Soviet airline.
Yes, they did. I'm trying to remember the name of it though.
Did they really?
It from my memory. Yes.
They flew a Soviet airline over to.
They did into Miami. It has to go to Miami. I'm trying.
It has to go into Miami.
Yes, and it went to the cargo area. So that was.
Oh, Ray!
That was a very interesting experience. I wasn't sure if I was going to find them, but I did.
Well, Ray,
Lufthansa. That's a German airline. That's it. I guess it was Lufthansa. I'm not sure.
I have a surprise for you. Look at this.
Oh, look at you're almost done.
This is Dusty. Look at him.
Oh, wow. Hello, Dusty. He's cleaning up.
He's cleaning up the last little bit. He's just doing the last little bit. And he's not usually around. He's the old man. Now, this cat is probably, we don't really know. He's probably 14, 15, 16. So he's up there. And he's an old man. And he plays the old man card from time to time.
He's beautiful.
And he's beautiful, isn't he? He's gray. And a lot of people thought he was a Russian blue hair or whatever.
Yes.
And he's not. He's what they call a Korat. And a Korat is also all gray. And most of the pictures that you see are Korats, not,
Yes.
they're kind of round faces.
Yes.
Yours
they're
is
so beautiful.
Yeah, they're so beautiful and they're so interesting. But you know what's even more beautiful? You know what's even more beautiful than that? Oh, 69! Woohoo!
All right.
Oh, 69, and we blow the oh 69 horn because it's dinner for two. Oh, 69. Oh,
I
you
love
can't.
that horn. I love it.
I know. That's the Acme whistle horn, actually. And it's actually an Acme horn. That's the name of the horn. If you're ever interested in getting one, go on Amazon and look for Acme whistles. And that's what it is.
Cool.
I know. That's pretty cool. And so, but you're also working with, you're our handbell connection. And I find that so interesting that they do that in school. I wish they had done that. Now, is it a big school district that they have handbell classes?
It's a very large school district. My dog is like trying to get up here.
Oh, let's see. Oh, look at it.
Hello.
Oh, good boy. What's his name?
Her name is Lily.
Oh,
and
Lily.
Yes. Say hello, Lily.
Lily. Oh my God.
You gotta get down. You're just way too big.
Oh, Lily.
So
We won't let her know that you announced that to the nation. N42, N42. She's adorable. What kind of dog is she?
So she's a French bulldog.
Oh, she's very cute. And I love dogs too. I love dogs too. Dogs are so much fun. So your handbell now, were you always a handbell? Did you play handbell choir or?
Not until I came to my school, believe it or not. The principal who hired me, I'm a chorus teacher as well. So I was always a vocal person. And then when I came to this particular school, my principal said, this was my interview. Do you want this job? And I said, yes, ma'am. She goes, can you teach handbells? And I said, yes. I can. And then I was like, oh my God, what did I just say? I lied, so.
That's what I do. You just got to, you know what? I'm trying to think of, there was a famous musician who was just on, and that's what he said, that somebody said, well, how did you become great or whatever? And that's what he said. You just do it. You make concert dates, you make recording dates, he goes, you just do that. And it just forces you to get in front of people. 071. That's what I've been doing with my crazy ukulele. I'm just learning the ukulele, but just play it in front of people, because if I don't play it in front of people, I'll never learn it, So that's what you have to do,
Well, and that's what I did. I jumped right in there. The kids actually showed me a little bit more than one friend, when I went to him and said, please God help me. I'd never touched a bell. So, but then as soon as I started, I fell in love with it. So it's just a neat sound.
We have a lot of bell lovers who are viewers. Oh, ball lovers. Sorry, I was thinking, I got the wrong thing. I'm thinking balls. B8. So that is fantastic. Hang on, I just dropped a ball. Now let me grab it before. Oh, here we go. Let me grab it before. Otherwise, we're not really in regulation. There we go. It went flying out the other end. There we go. 066. It's 066, everybody. 066. That's the one I just picked up off the floor. So that is fantastic. And how many are in your bell choir?
So I have 3 bell choirs right now at my school. 2 beginning and 1 advanced. And so by the end of the year, hopefully we get everyone on the same page. And then we do an event called Spotlight on Young Musicians. And in that one, sometimes we have some elementary kids who will join us. A lot of times my high school kids want to come back and join us and ring. Everybody loves it. And we don't have any high schools at the moment who offer handbells. So it's a lot of fun, and I have to admit, I enjoy it tremendously.
How many are in each class, like the sophomore class this year?
Okay,
is it like
so about 22. I can do anywhere from 13 to 22, but my advanced.
No, I mean in the actual class. How big is the school?
Oh, so our school is about 750 kids.
Wow, that's big.
we're just bouncing back too after having everybody virtual, and so it's a whole new experience.
Well, before we announce the winner, because we do have a bingo, and I'm wondering, say Chris can come and join us for a second, because Chris, I'm wondering, and I don't know, did we get the video set up for? Because I know we got a little snippet that we were going to show them of the bell choir. Do we have that?
I think Joe has that all set. Am I right, Joe? We'll find out here momentarily, I think.
Oh, great. Let's watch it now if we can. Baby elephant walk, right? Isn't that the baby elephant walk?
Yes, that is it. Absolutely.
Oh my gosh, that is amazing. And that's like a lot of kids. That was more than 22 kids, wasn't it?
Well, that right there is a combination of all of our groups together. So it was probably about 50 or 60 kids all together. So,
oh man, I would have loved to have done that when I was a kid. That is so exciting.
I know. I wish I had done it as a kid. It's fun.
It's a good thing you got that job. Otherwise, you would never have played.
Absolutely. Every day I get to go to school and hang out with nice young people and enjoy making music. So I really love it.
Oh, that's awesome. Well, I love having folks like you to get to know, to be inspired by. But then I also love winners, along with our people that play bingo. So we have to find out from Chris, who is our very first winner for regular bingo on Big Band Bingo number 84 is...
It's Eric from Cape Coral. Congratulations, Eric.
All right.
From Cape Coral. We're hanging down there in Florida.
Florida time.
Hot dog, we got a wiener, I guess.
Bingo makes it better, it makes everything okay. From facial sores to civil wars, black plague to tooth decay. Bingo makes it better, it can heal the world today. For help with all our problems, don't you grab your balls and play.
I'm grabbing my balls right now, getting ready to play game 2, everybody. Game 2. Ooh, and we've got Lewis coming back here. He's helping me. But before we do anything else, let me thank all of you that have been so faithful. There's been so many of you, some of you from the very start. And think about 84 games or 84 nights of bingo. And some of you have been helpful the whole time. Many of you, some new friends have come along. But you're the ones that make it possible. So we can compensate our friends a little bit, not a lot, but at least something. For all their work, Joe and Chris and all the others, and Bob, our friend Bob, and Matt. So let me get the bingo boosters up and thank some people personally, but just know this is just a sampling of some of the people who've been so good to us. Brian Court, who is also he has a place in Truro as well, like our lady friends do. Thank you, Brian. And Michael Koski, I don't know, is that Kasia? Thank you so much, Michael. Whatever your name is, we appreciate it. Robert, thank you for all you've done. We appreciate it. And Mike Fisk, too. Mike just opened a store in Atlanta, so he's a busy guy. Opened an Ace Hardware store. Isn't that fun? Doesn't that sound fun? But a lot of work. Roberto Garcia, thank you so much. David Gates, we appreciate you, David. And Ryan is another name that you see up here often. Kevin Grice, thank you. And Lucy, another one from many times. Craig as well. Thank you so much. And if you could, Chris, take it away on that second one while I get a wisp of water in me.
I would absolutely love to start by thanking our good friend Brian Keene, as well as David. And thank you certainly to Thomas Marsh and also my friend Kevin Murdoch. Thank you, right here in Cape Coral, Kevin Murdoch. And then, sorry, that's Fuzili is joining in the big band. He's got some instruments.
What is that?
It's literally he's out of food, and so he's picking up and tossing his dog bowl, by the way. That was cute. So I may have to make a sudden departure to feed him. But before that, I'm going to thank Douglas Musilo and Pamela Holgreen, Stefan, Robert Santiago. Of course, that's a name that we see here all the time.
Mr. Disney. Yes.
Mr. Disney. And then William Shade and Mark Stork. We appreciate all of you. We appreciate your support. You're the reason we keep doing this week after week. So thank you from the bottom of our hearts.
Dang, so many people. It's amazing. And we do appreciate it so much. Oh, there's another little guy here. And we want to remind you next week too, we're going to go strong here. I'm going to be able to do bingos through the end of the year. My travel schedule is such that I'm going to be able to arrange that. So we're going to be next week doing our special overstuffed bingo. So we're going to do a few wieners for this guy, who is still got a little bit of throw up to clean up, if you want. There you go. There he goes. He's going to take care of that last little bit. He was saving that. You were saving that last little bit. So we want to thank you for that. And also remind you all that I can see all of you. Yes, and look at that. Be a guest. You can also be a guest on our show because we are always looking for guests. And next week we do Thanksgiving, but we've got themes all through until Christmas time. And so we want to remind you. And by the way, Chinooka starts next week, right around the same time as Thanksgiving. So if you want to be a guest, just feel free. You get a hold of Bob, our friend Bob, at MissRichfieldLive@gmail. Or maybe you know of somebody, and Bob can get a hold of them.
Just submit a
and
friend.
Bob isn't Bob the nicest guy in the world? Bob is the nicest guy in the world. And he will be very polite. So he would get a hold of someone and say, someone gave us your name. Okay. Yeah. So thank you so much. Exactly. And I just want to say, I look through my magic mirror every week just for a few minutes. It doesn't take us that long because I want to see some of my friends. And we saw some of them already. I mean, John over there and Scott. Hey there. And Mike. Bob is the best. Look at that. See, he knows Bob. And then there's Louis again. Hey, Ruth Ann. Oh, and Ruth Ann loves Bob. Everybody loves Bob. And hello from they taught me how to pronounce that. It's Ohio. I'll look it up again. And Gary told me how to pronounce that one time. So Timothy, hi. Oh, look at that. Say hello to me. I'm having a rough time. I hear you, Timothy. And it can be kind of a rough time because of this time of year. It's a busy time of year. There's a lot going on. So be patient with people when you go into a store. Some people maybe not feeling good like me last week. Oh, that was awful. Hey, Jorge. I finally have the new time zone figured out. Oh, Rancho Mirage. That's right. He just moved to Palm Springs. Kurt Shade. Hi, Kurt. And, I'm William Shade. Oh, you're William Shade. Oh, that's my number one fan. Kurt Shade is my number one fan. When I had a fan club for like 10 minutes, he was the first guy to sign up. Jen. Hi, Jen. Bob is super nice. Everybody loves Bob. He's a good guy. We only work with nice people. Hey, Wendy, Jerry, and Stella from Bedford, New York. Oh, not the Stella Wendy. Oh, that's a different. Oh, right, because I'm just seeing your last name. Because that Wendy has 3 names too, just like you have, but different Wendy, different Wendy. There's the Wendy with the Stella. See how easy that is to confuse those 2 names. So they're all interesting names though. And they're in the near the Philly area. They're going to come and see me when I'm in Philly. Hey, Russell, how are you? Hi, from Astoria, Queens. Hey, you're not far from our friend Daniel, who's going to be performing. Oh, and then our friend Leah is on. Hi, Leah, all the way from Canada, from Newfoundland. And we appreciated having your friend on the show last week. What a nice guy. Hey, Mark. Hello from Treasure Island. Hello. And then Sherry from Pennsylvania. Hi, Sherry. And Dominic. Oh, and Julie and Pat. Pat is a virgin, a bingo virgin. And, we don't have a lot of virgins hanging around. So, Pat, we appreciate you being there all the way from Ben Salem. And somebody from Rehoboth Beach. And Craig, hello. Monday Night Bingo gives you an excuse to have fun online. Love that, right? Exactly. Hey, Keith Fatula. I love it. And hi, Keith. And Sherry Brown. And Sherry gave me this beautiful gift. I meant to show this last week. It's the Cat Lady action figure. And Sherry gave it to me last summer, and I keep meaning to show it online. Isn't that cute? And she was online last week, and unfortunately, I forgot. But look at that. It's got cats. It's actually got how many cats? It comes with 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 cats. And then she's in a bathrobe. She's looking fantastic. Anyway, so many people to say hello to. John. Hi, John. I'll be housebound due to he injured his knee in Scotland, which must really be bad because, you wear those kilts. Just make sure you wear a kilt below your knee because you got that bad knee in Scotland. I feel so bad for you, John. I hope that you feel better. And, there's people going through all sorts of stuff. Hello from Wakefield, New Hampshire. Hey, Greg. Wakefield, New Hampshire. Susan, hi. Sholkoff. I know how to pronounce that now. Hey, David, hi. From Burr Ridge, Illinois. And Sue, hey, hi. Not the Sue I went to school with. And Noel, hi. I don't know Bob, but I'm sure I would love you. Thank you. And Rains loves Bob. Yeah. Rains won the cruise. He was on the cruise with me the other week. Matt Berg. Oh my gosh. How are you, Matt? Good to see you, my dear. And Jerry. Look at Jerry. Oh, there's nothing wrong with that. Holding up. Kieran, hi. And Susan Amram Summit. I did go to school with her. Went to high school with Susan. Hi. And Todd Price from the Bell Choir for the first. Yes, we had a bell choir in one of my first Christmas shows at the Illusion Theater. And I'll be back at the Illusion Theater this holiday season too. Tickets are on sale, and it's a new Illusion Theater. We're really excited. I haven't even seen it yet. They just moved in. Hi, Alexi. How are you? Hello from Cathedral City. That's also right in the Palm Springs area. Brad, how are you? We haven't had Brad on for ages. We'll have to get you back on again, Brad. Lucas, oh, good to see. Sao Paulo. You're calling us from Brazil. Brazil, which is my favorite part of Mexico. I've been to Brazil many times. Amber LeMay, okay, so it's Illyria. God, thank you, Amber. I appreciate that. Anyway, so many of you. Hi to the rest of you. I have to go. Oh, look at all these. Oh, my word. Jerry again. Kevin. Hey, Kevin. Need some cheering up, don't we? We all need some cheering up. It just seems like it's that time of year where it's like people are stressed. And our friend Joe, who's doing all our switching tonight, super stressed tonight. He's working. He's trying to get a job done while he's running this. Can you imagine? And that's how committed we are here at Bingo. So we don't miss a Monday if we can help it. And I see some of you who are struggling. And maybe you didn't say you were struggling, but you're struggling with employment. Inflation's getting high, gas is getting expensive, and it just seems like every time you watch the news, it's just more bad news. So my suggestion is just play bingo and don't watch the news. But we do need to know what's going on. And if you're struggling at all, talk to somebody about it. Now, don't be doing it on your own, for crying out loud. There's somebody out there that wants to listen to you and help you, okay? Never a good idea to go about it on your own. And it may take you a little while to find somebody, to listen, because not everybody listens. But not everyone has a Lewis. Look at Lewis. He's looking fantastic. You are so special. And sometimes I just talk to Lewis, he's actually a remarkably good listener. So let's play our second game. And our second game of bingo is always our most important game because that relates to our theme. And let me get out my information here. Oh, yes. And our next one is Strike the Right Note Bingo. Okay? Strike the right note. Excuse me. And I have to flag down Yvonne. Oh, dear. Well, anyway, yeah, it's past 8:30, so you just never know. You know what I mean? Or 7:30. Is it 7:30? Oh, it's 7:30. So 8:30 out there on the East Coast. It must be like 5:30 on the West Coast. But anyway, it's past 5, so you never know what you're going to get out there. But she's still there. It's dark. You can't see her, but she's sitting out there. I can't believe how dark it's getting so early. It was dark before we even started. But hit the right note. Strike the right note. And what that is that's actually a little note. I made a little note out of that. So that's all the N's and 2 I's. Okay, you have to make that design. So you're going to make the free space. So everyone's got the first one. I'm only calling N's and I's. Just N's and I's, okay? That's all we're going to call. But that's all you need to call for strike the right note. So we're going to I's. So it's just I's and N's. I's and N's, okay? So I's and N's. So we don't need any of these green balls. We're going to put those away. I's and N's. I's. Oh, here's some I's. Okay. I's and N's. Oh, so it's red and white. Those are the balls we want. The red and white ones. And we're going to start out with I-18. We all love to hear it. And here it is. I-18. Yeah. And if you got that, you'll be lucky for the game. Not for the whole evening, but for the game at least. Okay? So let me crank out some more. And let me bring on some of our other guests now. We talked with Veronica, and she was so interesting. But I'd like to talk with, if I could, Deb and Beth. And start out with you, Deb and Beth. And I-16, everybody. And Deb and Beth and I know each other. For how many years have you been coming to shows in P-Town?
10 years?
Has it been 10 years?
I think so.
And they have the cutest set of triplets ever. And they're the cutest. And how old are those kids now?
They're 20 now, and we've known them since they were born, and they're wonderful adults now. They're 20 years old.
Wow. And are they yours?
No, but we have a
There's somebody else's.
friends. Yes.
Yeah, they're
yeah.
our
So
very
you borrow them when you go to P-Town. and 35. Well, they are the cutest kids ever. And are they lesbian? But they have lesbian moms, right? These.
Yes.
Yeah.
Carol and Cheryl, the best moms there are.
They're the sweetest gals. And in fact, hang on a minute. I-22. How old are the twins? 20?
The triplets are 20 now. Yes.
Yeah.
20. So I-22, the triplets at 20. And they come to my show every year. And what's really fun, and it's 2 boys and a girl. And what's so much fun is they're such good sports. They always, they're always willing to have a good time. And in my show, if you are a handsome man, you might be chosen. That's just the way it is. I mean, if you're a handsome man who's 20 years old, and so hang on a minute, I-25. So I think Joe actually has a little clip, a small, before we do that, I-26, a small clip of when you guys, and were you at this night, last,
yes.
because this is this year in P-Town, last summer in P-Town. Do you remember when it was exactly?
It was in June at the Pilgrim House.
It was in June. Okay, so it was toward the beginning of the summer. Hang on a minute. And everybody, and 42, and 42.
It was the end of June.
End of June, yes.
Yeah.
End of June. Okay, so roll the tape, and you'll see they're one of the beautiful triplets. Do you know her?
Yeah, I know everyone here.
Oh, you know everyone here?
Yeah.
Oh, what about you? You obviously know her. She can't catch her breath. Who are these people? When you just tons of and lesbian. It's like a lesbian sandwich. And a row of lesbians, and you. Who are they? Moms or?
Moms, family friends.
Moms. We love that, moms. I love moms up here. We got a mom right there. And moms are so far. My mother used to love to come to P-Town. She sure did. My mom loved to come to P-Town. She's been gone for almost 2 years now. It's so crazy. But she eventually, traveling gets too difficult when people get older. So but first few years I was there, she would come every summer. She had so much fun. And so isn't that a fun memory though?
Yes.
Gosh.
And you called Josh up 3 years before that too.
Yeah. That's not the first time. Yeah. And it won't be the last either. And 43. And then he brought his girlfriend this last time.
Olivia. Yeah.
That was a little hard to take. Because I thought I had a girlfriend, because I like guys, unlike you gals. Now, how long have you been together?
17 years?
17 years. Married 5, but together 17.
Wow. And you both have interesting careers, both in colleges.
Yes.
Which, there's so many. I wonder how many. Have you ever counted how many colleges there are in that Boston area?
So many.
There's a lot.
Yes.
There is a lot. MIT is there, and Harvard's there, and the Berklee School of Music's there. Those are some of the famous. BU is there. My friend went to Boston University. I-29. Really amazing. It's such an amazing city. And I'm wondering now, if you'll excuse me, now, you are also, Debbie, you were an Grammy Award-winning band. So tell us what happened that you won a Grammy? How did that work before you do that? And 40.
So I have a band called Debbie and Friends. It's a bunch of Berkeley friends, and I started it about almost 15 or 16 years ago. And the funny thing is the triplets, Josh and his brother and sister, are on our original recordings, which is really fun to have that memory with them. But yeah, I started a band.
That's amazing.
Yeah. So it's Debbie and Friends is all about music for children, families with children that are like preschool age. And we do shows. We've got cartoon music videos. And it's been a lot of fun. Yeah.
Wow. I-21. So you've known those triplets. Are those since they were little kids?
Yeah, since when they were
How old were they when they were on your recording?
They were 5. Yeah.
How old were they?
5.
5. Oh, there's your address,
That's
Debbie
right,
and Friends.
Yeah.
Oh, that's amazing. Oh, that's so cool. And you won a Grammy for it, which is amazing.
Yeah.
I don't know if you ever had a Grammy winner.
2012, there was a compilation CD, an anti-bullying CD for children's music, and we had a song on there, and it won the Grammy that year.
Wow.
Yeah.
That must be a great feeling.
It was a wonderful
to win
honor.
that. And such an important thing to talk about the bullying situation. I-19.
But the triplets moms are really the main reason I started Debbie and Friends, and we sang at the children's preschool when they were little. And so the whole thing is all about the triplets and that support. Yeah.
And then Beth, are you musical too?
She is musical.
I am, but I haven't really played. I used to play guitar and was in a band, but I haven't done that in years.
Oh, you haven't?
No.
Well, you don't really need to.
That's right. That's right.
And you know, N45. Well, you know what? I think you also gave us a little peek at what that sound, the Debbie and Friends is too. And why don't we have, let me call one more number, N41. Joe, roll that while I get some more balls ready for our Strike the Right Note. Go ahead. And this is Debbie.
Goldilocks, what were you thinking? The Three Bears house, there's no place to be in. Jump up, turn around, and run home now. Oh, Goldilocks, I think I hear the Three Bears growl. Goldilocks was ready to rest. She came upon the three.
Isn't that cute? Beautifully done. And are you still producing those? Is that something that was in the past? Are you still doing those?
Still doing those. Yeah. Yep. It's a lot of
Oh,
fun.
that's amazing. And like super cute. So who does all the drawings? Not you.
So for that one, that was an animator based in Wales. And now we work with some folks from Minneapolis, actually, from Minnesota.
Well, we have connections to Wales. That's near Scotland.
Yes.
Right? Where our
Yes.
friend John Taylor with his bad knee is laying around right now playing bingo in Scotland, which is close to Wales, right?
Yes, that's right. Yeah.
And then Minneapolis is close to Richfield.
That's right.
Who are you working with in Minneapolis? I-27.
His name is Eric Creedler at EG Design.
I feel like I know that name. Yes, interesting.
Yeah.
Oh, that's fantastic. Well, hang on a minute. Let me bring on Daniel for a second with you because Daniel, hang on a minute. No, we're not going to bring Daniel on. Hang on a minute. We got a bingo. I was just wondering. I thought, I feel like there's a bingo coming, but then sometimes I'm not right about these things. You never know. So look at Lewis is ready for some more greenies. You want some more greenies? So yeah, he's eating all his throw up. So now it's time for more greenies. All right.
He's going to eat the throw up again, but we'll see how that plays out.
Yes. Yeah, we'll see how that. Hopefully he keeps these ones down. I think he was doing an imitation of me last week. I was sort of tossing my greenies last week.
There you go. Well, on that beautiful note, we first want to start with our share winner, who is Sharon.
Who is our share winner?
It's Shannon McCarthy. Congratulations, Shannon, for being our share winner this week.
Shannon, where is she from? Do we know?
She's from Facebook Land, so we're not sure where she's from, but I'm sure we'll figure that out.
That could be anywhere.
It could be anywhere in the whole world. And then, but this one's from Hayward, California, which I think is in the Bay Area, is Steven. So congratulations, Steven from Hayward.
Steven from California. I feel like I know him. Hot dog, we got a winner! Woohoo!
Bingo Bingo makes it better, it makes everything okay. From facial sores to civil wars, black plague to tooth decay. Bingo makes it better, it can heal the world today. For help with all our problems, won't you grab your balls and play?
Definitely grabbing my balls because that was almost all the balls we had. I called, whew, that was a tough one because we had to pick out. Now, but I wanted to, before we go any further, thank you so much for being here and remind you that next week we're going to be doing our special Overstuffed Bingo, which is our holiday show. So that's always a good time. And I hope to have my trailer decorated then, and we'll see how it all goes. But there we go, getting everything together. And I want to bring on right now, before we even start this next game, my friend Daniel. Daniel, could you come in for just a moment? Because Daniel and I have known each other for so long because he's a member of a really cool music group called Well Strung. And like everybody else, they had to take time off during the pandemic. Did you get was everything that you've done canceled?
For the most part, yeah. In the beginning, everything was getting canceled. Everything was
terrible.
No theaters, anything.
And when was your last gig together? Before the pandemic?
Before the pandemic, our last gig was in, I think, January of 2020.
Wow.
And we this past weekend we just had our first gig, our first official show back. And it was in Indianapolis.
Wow.
At the Cabaret. It was great. It went over. It was
they know
really
you
wonderful.
in Indianapolis.
Yeah.
That's when you know you're famous. So before we do anything else, I want to tell people we're playing our next game, and our next game's really easy. The last game's always an easy one, and it's called B is for Band, which means it's only going to be B's. That's all we're looking for is B's, okay? So it's not going to take us that long to get through it. But I do have to, I'm waving to Yvonne and Naomi. She can... I guess they're going to go. So there go the lesbians. Yeah, it's too cold to play the harp, but it's never too cold to ride the Harley. Ride the hog, as they say. So, which I know can mean different things to different people, but riding the hog for these gals, these roommates, that means riding a motorcycle. So anyway, we're just going to call B's, okay? B's are the blue balls, okay? The blue balls. That's how we're closing it out tonight, just the blue balls. So, so Daniel, I know that you are a musician for many years. How many years, when does a musician like yourself, because you're a full-time musician, right? You've done this, this is your job.
Yeah.
That's kind of amazing. When did you start playing?
When I was about 10 years old, I think.
Oh, I was hoping it'd be 5, because it's B5, actually. But it was 10. Okay, but it's B5. Okay, just so people aren't confused. And it's just B's tonight, folks. Just the B's, okay? So you were about 10 years old, and you play what musical instrument?
I play the cello.
Oh, my gosh. There it is, sitting right in the corner. A lot of us call that the giant violin. But you call it, what again? It's the...
Cello.
Cello, right, cello. Excellent.
Yeah.
And now I want to know from you, first of all, the next time that we can maybe see you, because I know now you guys are going to start performing around, right? So when's the next place you're going to perform?
We are. Our next concert, I think, on the books is actually going to be in Florida, in a little town called Tarpon Springs near Tampa.
Oh, I've done Tampa.
Yeah, but we are also going to be
Tampa area. But I've done Tampa.
Greater Tampa. But we'll be doing three of our Christmas shows in New York City at Feinstein's 54 Below in December.
Oh, Feinstein's. Oh, I've heard of that place. I've never been there though. B14, and I've heard it's fantastic.
It is.
Now, one of the things that you guys are sort of known for in the world of music is taking sort of classical stuff and mashing it up with like modern stuff, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. And are you doing any of that at Christmas time, or is it just more like Christmas music?
We do some of that still at Christmas time. Yeah, we have a few little mashups with some Christmas music and some classical music, or some classical music that's kind of played during the holidays. Like a lot of Bach is played during the holidays, so we do a lot of that in the show too. And we all sing as well.
And have you ever written your own music?
You know, I once tried to, but it never really took for me. Like I think I'm a much better recreator of music.
Well, let's talk to Rob for just a minute, because Rob actually writes his own music. Hey, Rob. And
Hey.
Rob is in Florida. Now, our friend Daniel here is up in New York, as we said, in Astoria. Yes, far away. And then I'm in Richfield, and you are in Florida. So we make a big triangle. And Robert does write. Now, you've written some of your own music, right? You've done like the Little House on the Ferry, I think.
Yeah, that's a musical. I've done a musical, and I write
done a musical.
Happy Pride, and wrote about 200 songs. Never wrote anything until I was 40, and then it just came all pouring out of me. A lot of gay-centric, happy music.
Oh, and like Happy Pride is, and we're going to listen to a little bit of that later, but that is such a great song, and it's so happy, and it's so moving, and I love that. And now but this was an off-Broadway thing. This Little House on the Ferry actually became an off-Broadway, which is a big deal to be off-Broadway, by the way. People think it's not that big a deal, but super expensive and difficult. We looked into trying that, and I ended up not doing it. It was so expensive, right? And you were off Broadway.
Yeah, it's a story about marriage equality in Fire Island, which is a gay resort on the beach off the coast of Long Island. When marriage equality passes, and a man named Randall has a boyfriend that doesn't want to get married when the law passes, and ends up meeting a blogger who he admires. So it's like a love triangle, and in the end, you have to watch it to find out who he goes with.
And so the ferry is the one that goes to, because if you've ever been to Fire Island, you have to take a little ferry ride. It's not very long. Have you ever been out there, Daniel, to Fire Island?
Oh yeah, many times.
Yeah, so you know that. Is that the ferry on the...
Little House on the Ferry is actually what they call the house that they stay at, because it was floated over from the mainland by the original builders. So there's a build into the play on words, but the house, because houses out there sometimes have names, is
right.
The Little House on the Ferry.
And that's like P-Town, where Daniel and I have spent many summers. They floated houses across the bay onto the mainland. Yeah. From the point all the way over, because
and then there's a subtext of they came out and built much bigger houses, but the older gay man is still in love with the original sort of,
right house. Because it always has to be difficult with gay men. I think that's part of that. That's part of the theme. Speaking of that, Daniel is going to play us a little tune. Can you get ready to play us a little tune, Daniel, while we sit and chat a little bit? And then we're also going to hear a little bit at the end. We're going to save your song for the very end to do a little dance together with our group. But I know Daniel is he's doing this concert as well as performing other places, and you can go to wellstrung.com, and I think it's well-strung, right? .com.
That's correct. Yeah.
If you're interested in, there it is. Well, thank you, Joe. well-strung.com, and that'll tell you all the different places that they're performing. And then Robert, where can people find your music if they want to listen to? Do you have some albums out or anything?
Completely free. Listen at robwritesmusic.com. And you can download
robwritesmusic.com. You're kidding me. I love that. B11, everyone. B11. That is fantastic. Now, hang on a minute. There it is, robwritesmusic.com. Isn't Joe fantastic? This is the guy who's like working, 14-hour days or 16-hour days, excuse me, I think actually, and still manages to work with us. Isn't that amazing? So, so Daniel, are you ready to play us a little tune before we wrap up our last game of bingo? Because I'm afraid there's going to be a bingo shortly, and I want to hear your song first before we do anything else.
Of course. I just wanted to play a little bit of it's Bach. It's actually from the third suite for unaccompanied cello, and it's the Gigue, which is a dance. And just thought I would give you a little good classical moment.
I love that. Thank you so much, Daniel. Let's hear it. Now, don't forget. Don't forget now, we're going to give Daniel a little something for his hard work and the fact that he's been unemployed for a while. So be generous. When you hear this, be generous and tip us, because we're going to be tipping him. Go ahead, Daniel.
Okay.
Is fantastic. Woo!
Thank you so much.
Really
just a little
beautiful
snippet,
Oh, it was beautiful. It's so pretty. And it's great to have people on who do that fabulous music other people have written and music of their own. It's so cool to have such talented people with us. And it's really great. And I want to encourage you, if you get a chance, if you're in the city or if you're in Florida, and those two different places are going to be performing in the next few weeks, do check that out and get a ticket before they're all gone. Make sure that you get a ticket to see Well Strung. And don't be afraid to hop on to Robert's website as well. Listen to a little of his music. We're going to be playing one of his songs at the tail end. B9, everybody, B9. And I want to get everybody back, all of our beautiful folks who've joined us today, Debbie and Beth and Veronica. Hi, everybody. There they are. Wasn't that wasn't that pretty?
Yeah, Daniel. Way to go, Daniel.
Well, Daniel's so generous. Not everybody is willing. It's really interesting when you ask people to play instruments or sing on, some people really get nervous or they just don't want to do that. And every time I ask Daniel, he does. Every single time.
Nice.
So I appreciate that. And that's a generous thing. I mean, that's like being a chef and always offering to cook. It's like, it's a gift. It's a gift, and I look at it as something that we really appreciate. So hang on a minute. Let's find out from Chris who won our final game, and then we're going to do a little dance.
Yeah, so our final game our winner is Noelle from Arden Hills, Minnesota.
Oh my gosh, Arden Hills, Minnesota. That's just up north from where I am. Hot dog. Congratulations, Noelle. Let's do the bingo song before we dance.
Bingo makes it better, it makes everything okay. From facial sores to civil wars, black plague to tooth decay. Bingo makes it better, it can heal the world today. For help with all our problems, don't you grab your balls and play.
Mentioned Rob. Go ahead.
So, not to be the bearer of bad news, but we can't watch this video and dance at the same time. So we can't.
We can't. No, but can we just listen to that? Can we just listen to it?
We can absolutely listen to it, but they won't see our fabulous dance moves, just so you know.
Oh, because it's a video and it's music. Oh, well, that's okay. We'll just kind of jive. Just everybody dance on your own. And now you can really do whatever you want because you're not going to be seen. So you can really let her rip. I might take my top off and just let it be free. So, okay, Joe, This is happy. First of all, we have to find out, Robert, when did you write this?
I was walking in the gay pride of Stockholm, Sweden. And I went to a gay brunch beforehand, and the people opened the door, Swedish people, and said, Happy Pride. And I said, oh, is that how you say it in Swedish? And they said, yes, it's international. So I wrote a song called Happy Pride.
Let's hear it, Joe.
Take it to the streets. Happy Pride, Happy Pride. Take it to the streets. Happy Pride, Happy Pride. The days we had to run and hide are in the past. Now it's the time with handshakes and hugs and smiles wide. Come out, shout out, and feel alive. Take it to the streets. Christopher. Happy Pride, Happy Pride. Take it to the streets. Castro. Happy Pride, Happy Pride. Take it to the streets. Halston. Happy Pride, Happy Pride. Take it to the streets. Santa Monica. Happy Pride, Happy Pride.
Woo! I was dancing too. Oh, that is fantastic. Well, I got one more song to play. We can dance to this one because this is my theme song, L-O-V-E. Oh, gosh, that's how I feel about all of you. Please go on to well-strung.com. Find out where to see Daniel. Go on to the website about Robert Writes Music, or Robert Writes Music, right? Yes, I got it right, .com. And then also our friends Debbie and Beth, thank you so much for being here. Thank you for supporting me in P-Town. Every year they come to P-Town, every single year. And then Veronica, Ronnie, your cats, your puppy, we fell in love with you. We want to have you back soon. Thank you so much for joining us. Of course, Lewis is going to help us now because we're going to spell L-O-V-E. Are you all ready? Here we go. You get your arms ready now. Everybody ready? Here we go.
L is for the way you look at me. O is for the only one I see. V is very, very extraordinary. E is even more than anyone that you adore. Love was made for me and you. Ooh, love was made for me and you.
And you.
I love you all. Good night.
Good night. See you next week for Overstuffed Bingo. Bye.
Bingo makes it better, it makes everything okay. From facial sores to civil wars, black plague to tooth decay. Bingo makes it better, it can heal the world today. For help with all our problems, don't you grab your balls and play. Now it's your turn, join with me. Bingo makes it better, it makes everything okay. From facial sores to civil wars, black plague to tooth decay. Bingo makes it better, it can heal the world today. For help with all our problems, don't you grab your balls and play. Grab your balls and play, now you. Grab your balls and play. Grab your balls and play. I can hear you. Grab your